What's on, ladies and gentlemen? My name's Ross, I like games, and today we need to chat about Proving Grounds. This is, of course, the 4-player or 4-deck Learn to Play set coming out for Riftbound, coming out with the first set, Origins. What is very important, however, is that this basically has all exclusive cards, or at least many exclusive cards, 24 to be precise. And I told you the other day that we knew who the 4 legends were going to be. And I told you that when we got to a point where I could show them to you, I would. Well, we're there. Turns out that they've gone and dropped what seems to be all 24 exclusive cards from Proving Grounds onto the website. So let's go and have a look at everything that's coming. Sounds like a plan? Excellent. So we might as well start off with Lux, Lady of Luminosity. And you'll notice there is a starter designation there. All 4 of the legends here actually have it. Now, one thing that is important to note, these are at least designed to be scaled back a bit in terms of power level because we are talking about an entry-level product, a learn-to-play thing, but you never know, ladies and gentlemen. I've seen it happen in other games. So what we got here is when you play a spell that costs 5 or more, draw a card. Drawing cards is good. Simple as that. Now, how often are you going to play spells that cost 5 or more? Fair question. But if you can make it happen often enough, you draw in an extra card every turn, that sounds good. With a legend, we are going to need a signature spell, however, and we've got Final Spark. We got an 8 cost here. Well, that's nice and convenient, given the whole, you need to play a 5 or more, and it just deals 8 to a unit. Simple as that. No mucking, just deals 8 to a unit. And that's not going to get everything, but it is going to get a lot of things now, isn't it? I think it probably is. Now, we do have some other cards to go along with Lux here. We have a champion unit, Lux Crown Guard. And again, remember the whole point here is that in your deck, you have your legend and then you have your champion unit. So if we're getting 4 decks in Proving Grounds, we're going to need champion units to go with each of our 4 legends in order to actually have a deck that works like decks are supposed to work. Okay, cool. And what we got here is you exhaust it. As a reaction, you add 2, but you use only to play spells. Having a couple of extra runes, good. Only been able to use them for spells. I mean, look, go back to your legend. The whole point of the legend is you're playing spells that cost 5 or more, and now you've got a champion unit who's adding runes that can only be used to pay for spells, which means you then get expensive spells. This all sounds like it's actually working quite nicely. And turns out we have another champion unit here for Lux as well. Now here we've got a 6 cost. Well, 6 energy cost, 1 power cost. Remember, power means you must recycle bottom deck to actually play. So we got ourselves a 6 energy cost, 1 power cost. And when you play a spell that costs 5 or more, you get an extra free might this turn. Oh, so you go from a 5 to an 8. Honestly, that sounds all right to me, ladies and gentlemen. Sounds all right to me. And to finish off here, we do have a spell which has a quote from Lux, which seems like it might be a Lux kind of card now, doesn't it? And we've got a 6 cost spell. Well, 6 energy cost, 1 power cost, which does fit nicely with the legend. Just kills a unit at a battlefield. No mucking about, no silliness. You just kill a unit. Okay, sounds good. Moving on from Lux, then we got ourselves a Legend of Garen. And when you conquer, if you have 4 or more units at that battlefield, draw 2. Now, one of the things we got to bear in mind when we're this early on in any trading card game, we haven't seen the full Origin set list yet. We've seen a bunch of it, but we've not seen the full set list. We don't really know exactly how the game is going to play. For instance, here, if you are regularly going to have 4 or more units at a battlefield when you conquer, and you can draw 2, this is phenomenal, because drawing 2 is better than drawing 1. I said drawing 1 was pretty good. However, if this is something that's going to fire off once or twice a game, maybe, then you're looking suspiciously like a vanilla legend here, which is not good. So, look, if you can build a deck that makes this fire once or twice, and it doesn't say once per turn, just like Lux didn't say once per turn, we've just got when you conquer. If you can make this fire regularly, it's going to be great, but there is a big if here. We've also got the signature spell, Decisive Strike. Remember, signature spells are limited to 3 in your deck, and they must match your legend. And here we've got a 5 in terms of energy cost and 1 in terms of power cost. And we got an action, give friendly units 2 more might this turn. But it's giving all of your friendly units an extra 2 might. And if we're flooding the board with units like we kind of want to have this legend skill activating, that's going to be a lot of extra might floating around. Just saying. Now, we do need some champion units to fit here as well, and don't worry, we've got them. So we've got ourselves Garen Commander. We've got a 6 energy cost, 1 power cost, 5 might. And other friendly units have +1 might here. Oh, cool. So we're buffing then. Like Lux was all about spells, this is all about buffing. Because we've got our signature spell that buffs, and now we've got this champion unit that buffs. We are buffing. Cool. We've also got Garen Rugged, who again has an energy cost of 6 and a power cost of 1 and a might of 5, just like the other one I showed you. But here we've got Assault 2 and Shield 2. Assault 2 gives an extra 2 might while you're attacker. And Shield 2 gives an extra 2 might while you're a defender. So you've kind of got 7 might. The reason you don't is for any cards that might target depending on a particular might and things like that. But when you're battling there, you're going to be 7 might. That sounds pretty good now, doesn't it? We've also got a couple of other cards here that really look like they are Garen focused. Recruit the Vanguard is a 6 cost spell. It's got an action, and you play 4 1 might recruit unit tokens. Remember how a minute ago I was telling you guys that Garen really needs to flood the board with units? Yeah? Feels like this is going to help quite a lot. Nice. We've also got Vanguard Attendant, a 6 energy cost, 1 power cost, 5 might unit that enters ready. And honestly, entering ready is always good in every game. So you know what? I'm going to allow it. Now, we also have Annie coming in as a legend here, Dark Child. At the end of your turn, ready 2 runes. Cool. So you've got more runes to play with. That sounds pretty nice, honestly. And then we got Tibbers. Now, I'm not a League of Legends expert, but I'm seeing Annie holding a little cuddly teddy bear, and then I'm looking at Tibbers here as the signature unit, and I'm like, oh, yeah. Interesting enough, it is a signature unit, not a signature spell here. So we've got an energy cost of 8, we've got a power cost of 2, and then we got a 7 might. And when you play me, deal free to all units at battlefields. Wording here, very important. It doesn't say enemy units, doesn't say friendly units. It doesn't say, it's all units, but only at battlefield. So any that are at your home base aren't going to get hit here. But any unit, yours or your opponent's at any battlefield, oh, they're taking damage here. That's a bit worrying. And then, of course, we have a couple of champion units here as well. So we've got Annie Fiery, 5 energy cost, 1 power cost, 4 might. And your spells and abilities deal 1 bonus damage. Each instance of damage they deal is increased by 1. Now this is very, very important. Take Firestorm as an example. Deal free to all enemy units at a battlefield. This is a 6 energy cost, 1 power cost. Well, now, each of those 3 actually goes up to 4 because every instance of damage is increased by 1. So if you're dealing 3 damage to 4 units, it's actually 4 damage to 4 units. It's not 3 damage to each, but one of them is 4. It is 4 to all of them. That is pretty important. Or Incinerate. Deal 2 damage to a unit at a battlefield is just a 2 cost. Well, and also, look at the flavor text there. You smell like burning. Oh, and the flavor text on Firestorm is eeny, meeny, miny, burn. So I need to look up some of these League of Legends characters, get my knowledge up, because, yeah. But this wouldn't be 2 damage to a unit, it would be 3 damage if you had Annie Fiery out. We then also have a second champion unit, because as I've shown you, they've all got 2 champion units. Annie Stubborn, when you play me, return a spell from your trash to your hand. But Firestorm seems to be a very, very good spell. So play this and then get that back. I should mention it's a 4 energy cost, 1 power cost, 3 might unit. Okay, cool. If just a little bit terrifying. And that means we finish off with Master Yi, Wuju Bladesman. And here, while a friendly unit defends alone, it gets +2 might. So apparently here, we are going to be playing around with defending. Cool. And we've got Highlander as a signature spell. We've got a 4 cost here. As a reaction, choose a friendly unit. The next time it dies this turn, recall it exhausted instead. This could be absolutely crucial. This strikes me as a very, 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 very good card. Because essentially, if you've got a unit you desperately want to try and keep in play, play this. And okay, it's only working for the turn, but you can look at the board and see if it's probably going to end up being killed in a battle this turn. And then when it goes away, you can just be like, oh, yeah, now it's getting recalled exhausted instead. And if your opponent goes, well, you played Highlander, I'm not killing that because it's going to get recalled anyway. Brilliant! You haven't killed the thing I didn't want you to kill. I am totally okay with this. First champion unit we've got here is Master Yi Honed. We've got an energy cost of 7, power cost of 1, 6 might, and ganking. It lets you move from battlefield to battlefield, as well as entering play ready. And when you combine entering play ready with ganking and 6 might, feels like we can have some fun here now, doesn't it? The other one we've got is Master Yi Meditative. We've got an energy cost of 5, power cost of 1, 4 might. And while you have 8 or more runes, it's actually an 8 might champion unit. So it's one of those, it's fine, but very kind of vanilla and boring until you get to 8 runes. And when you get to 8 runes, then you get a lot more power and things are good. We've also got Zephyr Sage here. We've got a 6 energy cost, 1 power cost, 6 might unit. Slightly higher on might. A lot of them have a might which is 1 less than their energy cost. Not the case here. And it comes in with a shield, giving you an extra might while you are defending. Bearing in mind, we've also got the legend skill here. So this can be like 9 might while it's defending if it's defending alone. For 6 costs, that's pretty beefy. And then the last couple cards we need to have a quick chat about here, nice and quickly. Gentleman's Duel is a 6 cost spell, 6 energy cost, 1 power cost, and it's got action, and give a friendly unit +3 might this turn, then choose an enemy unit, and they deal damage equal to their mights to each other. Basically, you're looking to trade, but trade up with a less powerful unit, which sounds kind of fun. And then we've got Flash, a 2 cost spell, reaction, move up to 2 friendly units to base. It's not running away, it's strategic repositioning. But the theory here very simply is that you just get out of dodge. You're keeping your units alive by getting them away from a battle where they're not going to win. You give up one of the battlefields, come back later, and figure it out then. So there we go. Seems like we got all the cards here from Proving Grounds. And I know it's designed as a more, as a learn-to-play product. But I think there's some potential here with some of these. And I'm telling you, of the ones I'm seeing here, I think Annie's got potential. Again, we're very early on in the game. We don't know how the meta's going to shake out. So it's really hard to give opinions right now. But I'm just saying, some of these spells we've got with Annie here seem very, very good. There we go. That's what you need to know. And now it's over to you guys. Tell me how hyped you are for Riftbound. Tell me if you're going to be picking up Proving Grounds, and given that there's 24 unique cards in that, I really think you should, if you're into the game anyway. Tell me anything you want to tell me in the comment section. Go nuts! Be nice. And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at the Wasi. That's where we talk about, well, Riftbound and a whole bunch of other card games. And please do consider checking out patreon.com/PTCG Radio, where you can support the channel, get some bonus podcasts, join a Discord, and all kinds of fun things. But by far the most important thing, as always, look after yourselves till next time, would ya? Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching Wasi Blaze.